Welcome to the session, all of you. Today in this session, we are going to have a quick look at the IPMAT Indore 2021 examination, which happened today. We'll go through the examination and see how the examination was, what does the cutoff look like, and how was the pattern, and what are the changes that we saw in this year's paper. It's going to be a quick session. We're not going to take more than 5 to 7 minutes to finish this session. So let's jump into the session straight away. The paper of IPMAT Indore 2021 did not change much as compared to what was there in the last year. Last year 2020 and this year paper was almost the same. So the paper was for a total of 90 minutes, and there were 3 sections as usual in the paper. So the section started with the MCQ, went on with the short answer kind of questions in quantitative ability, and then the verbal ability part. Now there were 20 questions in the MCQ part. There were 10 questions in the short answer type questions of quantitative ability, and there were 30 questions in the verbal ability part. And all these 3 sections are going to have a sectional cutoff, which means each of these sections will be assigned a cutoff, which you will have to clear if you want to get an interview call from IIM Indore. Right now, the marking scheme remained the same. So for every question, there was 4 marks. So totally, there were 60 questions. So 60 multiplied by 4, that was 240 marks. There was negative marking for all the MCQ questions. And for the short answer type question, there was no negative marking. So the pattern is same. There is no change. It's a shortened version of the earlier IPMAT. And we also saw that the question levels were almost kind of similar, and there wasn't much of a surprise in this paper today when it was held across the country. So the MCQ part of the quantitative ability is what most of the students said were tough. It was moderate to tough difficulty level. The DI questions, 5 of which was actually tough. So overall, the paper, if you look at, was comparatively tougher than the last year's paper. The short answer kind of questions which were there in the quantitative ability, those were comparatively easier. So we can say that the MCQ part was moderate to tough, and the short answer type of questions were moderate, whereas the verbal ability this time was easy to moderate. And that's where students could have actually scored a lot of marks when you look at the paper. And that's what you mentioned here. So moderate to tough is what your quantitative ability MCQ part is. You have the short answer type question, which is moderate, and easy to moderate is your verbal ability question. And we all know that verbal ability part has got 120 marks, which is 50% of the paper. So anybody who would have done well in the verbal ability part had a good chance of getting an interview call. So totally 240 marks. So let's look at how the paper was a little bit more in detail. So now if you look at the quantitative aptitude MCQ section, which had 20 questions in it, you'll see that there was a data interpretation part which had 5 questions in it, and this most of the students said that it was tough. But if you see here, you also see that there were questions from percentages, there were questions from ratio and proportion, there was question from time, speed, distance, and overall the questions which were from the advanced mathematics area, which is matrices and determinants, questions from permutation and combination, functions, you had trigonometry and logarithm, were easier as compared to the rest of the questions which were there in the paper. So if you had done that advanced mathematics section well and gone for the exam, you could have found some of the easy questions coming from there. So in 30 minutes, a student could have attempted a decent attempt in this paper, could have been somewhere at about 12 to 15 questions. So 12 to 15 questions was doable. That means 2 to 3 minutes per question. If you've done a real good practice, you could have easily achieved that. 15 questions multiplied by 4, that's about 60 marks that you could have got in this paper. Compared to the MCQ part, the quantitative ability short answer type questions were much easier. But there were only a total of 10 questions in this section, and these 10 questions were to be done in 30 minutes. A student who is good at maths could have done about 7 to 8 questions from this section very easily. Students who write the IPMAT exam, let's keep in mind, are students who have no maths background at all in their 11th and 12th. So for them, overall the maths part, which is a quantitative ability part, would have been tough. But then if you see here again, you have averages, you have time and work, you have questions from progressions, which are all easy questions to tackle typically in the paper, numbers. So overall, the paper in the short answer type was also not very tough. It was a moderate level paper, not extremely tough or not very, very easy as well. And there's a possibility that if you're good in maths, then you could have gone to score about 6-7 questions in this part of the paper as well. Coming on to the verbal ability, which was the easiest section of all, there was this reading comprehension question, which was taken straight away from the Indian Express 2017 newspaper. This had about 6 questions in it, and 3 of them were inference questions. There were 2 questions on vocabulary, and you had about a lot of questions which came from the vocabulary part. So you had text completion, the 3-word questions, you had the wrong usage questions, you had questions directly coming from vocabulary. You also had one question in the reading comprehension, which was on contextual vocabulary. So plenty of questions from vocabulary section out there. You also had a para completion set of questions, 3 questions there, and then there was this para jumbles question, which was a type in kind of a question, which is not an MCQ question, which 4 sentence para jumble. There were 3 questions from there too. Overall, this paper was easy to do because 30 minutes was enough time to actually do the paper. If you are really good at English, then you could have easily got even 25 questions correct in this particular section. So now let's come to the category cutoffs and quickly have a look at category cutoff. I know you're all looking forward for tomorrow's exam, the IPMAT Rohtak examination. So I don't want to take a lot of time with you and quickly look at the cutoffs and close this session. Category wise cutoff. So this is a feeler that we are getting. General category cutoff looks like going at around about somewhere about 120 to 125, that kind of a range. We would say if you want to be really feeling safe, you should be getting somewhere about 145 plus. And this was quite possible if you were reasonably good at maths, and you could have done about 15 questions there and somewhere about 20 questions from your verbal ability part, and that could have actually taken you there. There is a sectional cutoff also which is there for the IPMAT Indore paper, because the sectional cutoff is decided for each of these sections by the committee, and then if you clear that sectional cutoff, only then they will have an overall cutoff, which is not known to us again. Last year also they did not declare it. And once you clear that, you will get into the personal assessment section, which is the interview and the VAT section. Now, to get there, what is the cutoff required is what I mentioned here. And about 120 to 125 marks, you should be clearing the overall cutoff. But to feel safe in this section, you should have been looking forward to a score of 145 plus. Now, why are we saying to feel safe? Because there is a 65% weightage for your test scores, and there is another 35% weightage for your personal assessment. So let's say when you are doing your personal assessment interview or VAT or something goes wrong there, if you want to cover that up with your score and feel safe that you will get into the IM, then 145 plus would have been a good and a safe score to have, right? This year we are seeing a lot more people actually applying with the EWS certificates, and that means that the cutoff will be pushed a little bit more further, and we feel that anywhere from 14 to 16 marks in the QA MCQ part, 12 to 16 in the essay part, and the 40 to 44 in VA part should be helping you clear the overall cutoff. The total marks at about 80 to 84, you should be able to get a call, and to feel safe, you need to have 120 plus, right? NCOBC, on the other hand, we feel that it will go at about 10 to 12 marks, 8 to 12 marks here, 40 to 44 marks in the VA section, and 70 to 74 as an overall cutoff, 100 plus to feel safe, and if you have a reasonably okay kind of an interview. The SE cutoff will go at about 50 to 54. We feel that it will be about 40 to 44. PWD category at about 30 to 32. Okay, so overall, let's keep in mind that the marks is out of 240. So somewhere about 50% mark is what we are looking at for the general category cutoff. To feel safe, about 145 plus is what we are saying. These are all feelers that we are getting right now after talking to the students. This may vary. So keep yourself calm. Look forward to your next exam, which is tomorrow, which is IPMAT Rohtak, and gear up for that examination and leave the worries aside, because you've already done the paper. So there's nothing much that you can do with this paper right now, right? So this is just for your information, and we'll look forward to as to when the result comes out as to how close we are with this category-wise cutoffs. So what is next that you are looking forward to? So you are looking forward to the IIM Rohtak's exam tomorrow. That's your first priority now. But let's not forget that there's a lot more to do with the score, because you can still apply for the IIM Ranchi. IIM Ranchi's last date has been extended to 31st of July 2021. Also, Nirma University has got an MBA plus a BBA program, and you can also apply to that. That's still open with the score that you are gunning for in IPMAT Indore examination. So that's all from my side. We'll be back again tomorrow with the IPMAT Rohtak examination analysis, and we'll see as to how that paper was. Last year, there was a lot of problem with the IPMAT that Rohtak conducted. There was a lot of hue and cry, and there was the exam itself did not go really well. I hope everything goes well tomorrow. All the best to all of you, and I hope all of you do well. And we'll meet again tomorrow in the evening on our YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. And this is Ajay Zinar signing off.